for the ball toss, this is very, very, very important, okay? I will say is what will make or break your serve, okay? You have to get used to throwing the ball in the air with your non-dominant hand, because obviously on your dominant hand you're holding the racket. So that is way easier said than done. A lot of players that I coach have difficulties with the toss, and not only at the beginning stages of their development, but it carries on all throughout. So it is very important that you understand that, number one, the toss, we're not gonna throw the ball in the air. We're not gonna be violent with it. We wanna place the ball, and we wanna slow down kind of like the motion of this hand. Now it's difficult to control because it is our non-dominant hand. So we're gonna set up our feet. We're gonna set up our body. I have my grip, and what I want you to understand mainly is that the toss is better to release the ball out of your hand higher rather than lower compared to your eyesight, okay? So at your eye level, that's where you wanna release and let the ball go up in a straight line. Now, look at how I'm holding the ball. It's very important. You see, I'm putting it on the tips. I'm not putting it on the, on the palm of my hand, because then that's gonna roll out and it's gonna be more difficult to control. So we're gonna kind of like, I teach this to the little ones all the time. It's like, make a little nest and then place the egg on the nest and hold it like that, and kind of like make sure that the egg won't fall off the nest as you are moving the hand, right? So you see, nice and secure. Now you can start just tossing the ball, placing it right there. Right there. As you can see, is a soft motion of the arm, and I'm just opening my hand to let the ball go straight up, okay? Straight, straight, and straight, okay? I'll try to do this motion a little bit closer. Maybe you can see it in slow motion here. All right, and also it's very important that you keep the hand steady, okay? Kind of like the palm of the hand pointing towards, the sky to control that toss, okay? Now, a lot of players usually do different movements with the hand, and that's when it goes, out of control, or they like hold it differently. This is probably the most efficient way I've seen players, correcting a toss. It's just by holding it like this and placing that palm of the hand up to the sky. All right, so there you have it. That's how you do a toss. For your drill, what I want you to do is to practice this at home. Use something as a reference, maybe something, like a line if you have at home, or something that you can like use as a guide if you are on the court. Just, use that, the baseline. Set up your feet, hold your racket on continental grip, and I want you to make an L shape here. L shape here, L shape here. The face that is going to hit the ball, we're gonna keep it towards the ground like this, and then I just want you to toss the ball and catch it. Toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch. Now, it's not gonna look like this when you try it at home, I'll be honest with you. Your ball is probably gonna go everywhere. So if it's too difficult, go ahead and put the racket on the side and just try it with your hand, okay? I always tell players that I'm helping with, if you have a chance, when you're at home and you're just watching TV, or you're just like sitting on a couch, is even better if you're sitting down, just toss and catch with your left hand, okay? So that will be the drill that I'm gonna leave you for this week. I want you to go out there and practice tossing the ball, at least 20 or 30 times every day, okay? How high should you toss it? Well, let's think about it. If you have a full arm extension and your racket is about 27 inches higher than that, then go about 2 or 3 feet. You don't have to go more than that. But the most important thing is that the ball flies straight and falls straight in front of you. Straight in front of you. straight in front of you, okay? So that will be the drill that I'll leave you. If you master the toss of the serve, you're like 60% there. The rest is just timing and making contact with the ball. So I want you to take this serious, go and practice throwing for the next week and a half. I want you to throw 20 to 30 times each day until you become a master at controlling the throw or toss with your left hand, with your non-dominant hand. All right? Okay. All right, and that concludes our first lesson for the serve and return section. I know it's a little bit longer than you are used to by now, but trust me, all of this information is extremely important. If you build good fundamentals for your serve, you're gonna save a ton of time later on when you practice. You're probably gonna save a ton of time in private lessons trying to fix what you can't. And it is worth it, okay? So right now in this first lesson, I just want you to go do the drill. Don't worry so much about hitting or directing the ball, where it's going. Like, let's build that serve from the ground up, from the basics up, okay? So make sure that you are practicing your drill, and let's get into the next lesson where I will show you how to properly make contact with the ball after you toss it, okay? So remember, only practice makes you better. See you soon.